Good evening, everybody, and today I'm going to inform you on autonomous cars or self-driving cars. So recently, my dad was on a business trip, and his business colleague had the new Tesla model. And for those of you that don't know, it's got a self-drive mode or autopilot mode. And at first, my dad was extremely nervous about going into this mode. But when his friend randomly switched it into autopilot mode while on the freeway, it ended up doing pretty good. It did great through traffic. A truck came over into their lane, I guess, and the Tesla did great. He never felt like he was in any danger or anything, and it really changed my opinion on autonomous cars as well. So now I'm gonna give you some background on autonomous cars. It was not until the 1970s where the first idea of a driverless car first came into play, and nobody really acted on that idea until the early 2000s, where people started to research it and big companies started to get involved. And then in 2012, everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon. Big companies like Uber, Apple, Google, and Tesla really started making these cars, become a reality. And I got that information off Modern Technology. An article is called Driverless Cars. So, because I plan on one day owning an autonomous car, I feel like I thought it was important to share with you what I've learned about driverless cars. Driverless cars could revolutionize the world, but they must first overcome a few obstacles before they are ready to hit the road. First, we'll discuss the potential benefits of driverless cars, then we'll go over current obstacles and issues with them currently, and finally, I'll show you what a potential future with these cars could look like. So, with the potential benefits of cars, a huge one is there are several levels of automation. If you feel nervous about your autonomous car at first, you could at first just use a level 0, 1, or 2 where you still have most control of the car, but it is assisted parking, adaptive cruise control. And if you feel really comfortable or if you're really busy on your way to school or work, you could flip it into level 5 where it basically does everything for you you have to do little with the car. Another huge benefit is it offers a way for the elderly or disabled to commute. My grandma right now is getting kind of at that age where we're kind of concerned with her driving, and we'd feel a lot safer if she just had an autonomous car where she could commute to wherever she wanted to go. It's a huge benefit, and deaf, blind people could easily commute as well. Now, as well as there are many benefits, there are a few issues and concerns. So there are some legal issues like, who's responsible when the car crashes? It shouldn't be the driver because he was just sitting in the car while it was going. Off an article, when driverless cars break the law, they kind of discuss that, and nobody really knows the answer to that yet. They still got to discuss that. And also the sensors still need improvement. Off an article where Tesla driver dies in first fatal crash while using autopilot mode. I guess it was poor conditions, it was really cloudy out and raining, and the sensors failed to detect a semi-truck on the right lane of it, and it went to switch lanes, and it kind of decapitated the person. So we definitely need to figure out that, and also the sensors right now are super expensive. You gotta figure out a way to make that more efficient way, because the only car that's got autopilot mode right now is the Tesla, and that's going at 80, 90 grand. Definitely gonna get that down to like a more middle class price. So now I'll talk about the future. Off a website called driverlessfuture.com, they predict that the first driverless cars will hit the road by 2018. And in an article where Elon Musk kind of gave his opinion on autonomous cars, he predicted they would hit the road by 2021, but it wouldn't be till about 20 years after that to where they disrupt society. And what that means is there will be more driverless cars than manual cars, and when that happens, you'll start to really notice the effects of driverless cars and how they affect society. So in conclusion, self-driving cars have an infinite amount of potential, but still need to go over a few more hurdles. First, I discussed the benefits of having autonomous cars, then went over a few issues and concerns, and lastly, I showed you what a potential future with these cars could look like. Self-driving vehicles are closer than we think. It's only a matter of a few years before all of us are buying these cars. And this could be you. Thank you for watching my speech on informing you on autonomous cars.